Car Chief.
Car.
Okay, please, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Jackson Agbai Abbah from Ndiokoro of Abiriba.
Okay, Casa.
Okay.
Chief Jackson Agbai Abbah, KUKUNDA of Abiriba, a philanthropist, a community builder, a great patriot in Abiriba community and even beyond, a successful businessman and entrepreneur, a lawyer by profession, so passionate about his community. He has a reputation for impactations of lives. Chief Jackson shares with us some inspirational thoughts, especially what drives him to do the things that he does. Sir, you have been found out by your big heart, your goodness to Abiriba, the community, in the area of philanthropy, patriotism, infrastructural development, security building for communal peace, employment, helping Abiriba in so many ways to support them, even creating group foundations to support widows and helpless people in order to give them a level of financial freedom. Sir, can you please share with us what drives you to continually keep doing the things that you do and in a way that you do them?
Well, I would say my inspiration and drive comes from my understanding and appreciation that I need to do that which is right. The second point will be my understanding that, like Bob Marley said, if you live for yourself, you live in vain. If you live for others, you live forever. So if it's just about us, I think we achieve nothing. But when we realize that the world is the world because of the people, it's more than a person that make up the world, so more than a person that make up a community. In Abiriba, we start from Aezi to Abala, then to Aogo, and then to Abiriba. It's all made up of people, each person contributing their own quota, and so even all the advancements that you've seen before in the community, people sacrifice. So I made up my mind at a very young age that if God gave me the opportunity, that I would try and make a difference in my environment. And so that's it.
Okay. Please, can you share about the foundation?
It's a foundation where you annually give out money to widows and to the poor. What you are doing is that you want them to be engaged. When they are engaged through economic activities, they are able to meet up their basic needs. They are able to pay their children's school fees. They are able to take care of their medical bills. They are happier, and therefore the input they make in their environment is that of positivity.
Okay. So from what you just said now, you believe in empowering people to help themselves instead of just giving them fish to eat.
Yes, I've for a long time, like I said, very early, I tell them in Abiriba, growing up, we all saw people doing what they call a type, where in December, in those days, it used to be January, then later December, you see them give people salt, crayfish, rice, whatever. And then when I came on board as a young man, I asked myself, does it really make any sense that you give people something that will last them maybe 2 weeks or a month, and then the rest of the 9 months of the 11 months of the year, they are looking for what to eat? So after a while, I just told people that I told myself I won't be part of this bandwagon. So I decided that from between my Mamba people and the Ndiokoro people, I said, create a foundation for the poor, for the widowed, and then for the poor. You give it to the head of the women, and then her duty is to be able to aggregate the number of widows, the number of poor people in that community, and then they're able to make disbursements at whatever interest that they charge. Both the interest and then the principal goes back to those women. Every year they do that. So in that case, the pot gets bigger, and then nobody comes to me from you can hardly get people from Ndiokuros or Amamba coming to me for all kinds of assistance, except when it's beyond them, because most of them are engaged. So I think for me that is the motivation.
Okay, great. Please, in just a few sentences, what can you say to encourage other people to imbibe this kind of spirit?
Well, just what I've said before. If you live for yourself, you live in vain. If you live for others, you live forever. We can't be safe if our environment is not safe. If you say, oh, let me buy guns and build fences around my place, and then you don't bother about what is happening to your neighbor or the neighborhood, and then every other person around you is poor, looking for what to eat, can't get an education, I can tell you that your life will be miserable. And so it's in your interest, enlightened self-interest, that people around you, that the environment in which you are, that there is a lot of positivity going on. It's not just about giving people money. It's about ideas. I tell people most of the time, if somebody gives you money and you have no ideas, I can tell you in 6 months you'll be broke. No matter the amount, in a year you'll be broke. It's about ideas, sharing those ideas, and that's what I do. For young people, each time I meet them, I say, can we share ideas? What do you want to do? What is your life vision? Do you have an education? You must have an education as a sine qua non for success. Education mustn't be in terms of going to the university or whatever. It might be in terms of learning a trade. It might be in terms of learning skills. Without knowledge, you just can't do nothing. And so when people think that you can smoke weed, you can smoke and all those things, I tell you, you have no future. It doesn't matter how you spend it. But if we tell the young people that this is the reason, no person is successful without learning a skill, without an education. You mustn't go to university. You must not even go to secondary school. Abiriba people, we saw a lot of people who never went to secondary school who became very successful. But go and see, they have knowledge, they have character. Because if you have no character, you can't sustain anything that comes your way. You need character. You need a moral compass that is extremely positive. If your worldview is that you can always breach agreements that you reach with people, I tell you, you have no future. It's always important that when you agree with people on any particular thing, keep to it.
Okay, that's a great one. Thank you so much for that beautiful advice and those words of wisdom to Abiriba and the world in general. On behalf of the Enechokin of Abiriba, the entire Traditional Leadership Council of Abiriba, Abiriba, we say thank you for the things you're doing for Abiriba and in the community. God bless you. Casa.
Because I'm just saying, your mail or hand a hand. But I may insist that me 1 year a give broke with it. And then in every back 5 million. There's nothing wrong with that. You're broke man in that. Mother label, you books. My broke. That's the only way.
I need to do that which is right. If you live for yourself, you live in vain. But if you live for others, you live forever, says Chief Jackson Agbai Abbah. What a way to think. As a mind thinketh, so is he. This is Nina Inspiration on Abiriba Socio-cultural program. Follow us on all social media platforms for more inspirational narratives. God bless you.